Chosen one, listen closely, because the universe has pulled you into this moment for a reason. Before we go any further, pause everything and breathe with intention. You are not here by accident. You did not click this video by coincidence. Something older than time has guided you to this prophecy. And before we open the gateway of November 29th, I need you to do something simple but powerful. Comment below, subscribe, and anchor yourself into this frequency. Because what you're about to hear will activate a timeline you cannot unhear, unsee, or ignore again. This is not entertainment. This is not a message you stumble into. This is a transmission designed to awaken a part of you that has been waiting centuries for the call. On November 29th, a cosmic ignition occurs, a rare alignment that cracks open a miracle timeline reserved only for those prepared to carry the weight of divine acceleration. But here is the truth many are afraid to hear. This timeline does not open gently. It does not arrive wrapped in light and comfort. It arrives through pressure. November 29th is not just a date, it is an initiation. The universe has been preparing you for months, even years, pushing you through heartbreaks, losses, endings, sudden shifts, and unexpected separations. None of this was random. All of it was the shaping of your spirit for the moment that now approaches with thunder in its wings. Tonight, the universe speaks directly to you. Chosen one, brace yourself. Your miracle timeline is real, but only if you survive the final test that stands at the doorway. And as we move through this message, you will feel your intuition whisper, your heartbeat rise, your soul recognize what your mind has not yet processed. You were chosen for this exact turning point. And now, the veil lifts. There is a reason everything feels tense right now. There is a reason you feel watched by destiny, evaluated by forces you cannot see, challenged in ways that feel unfair, extreme, even personal. You feel it. The atmosphere around you has shifted. People are acting strangely. Energies feel distorted. Old patterns are trying to pull you back. Unexpected emotions rise from nowhere. This is because the universe is placing you inside a final vibrational examination, a spiritual pressure chamber that determines whether you are ready to step onto the miracle path or whether you will need to repeat old cycles once more. Do not misunderstand this test, chosen one. It is not here to punish you. It is here to prove you. The final test arrives in three forms: a temptation that tries to lure you back into what you've already outgrown, a trigger that exposes the wound you still haven't healed, and a moment of truth where you must act differently than you ever have before. This test is not loud, it is subtle. It creeps through interactions, coincidences, memories, unexpected messages, sudden urges, and whispering doubts. The universe is watching to see one thing. Will you choose your old frequency, or will you break through into your miracle timeline? November 29th is the moment of separation, when timelines split, when destinies diverge, when souls either ascend or repeat. Thousands will feel the shift, but only a few will cross it. And you feel it right now because you were never like the rest. You were built for the crossing. You were engineered for the threshold. This final test is the universe's way of ensuring that when your miracle arrives, you are stable enough, awakened enough, and powerful enough to hold it. Chosen one, November 29th, is not an ordinary transit. It's not just another day, not another spiritual buzzword, not another cosmic trend. This is an ancient alignment, a celestial ignition point that activates the miracle timeline in those whose frequency matches destiny's signature. Around this date, the veil thins. Synchronicities intensify. Dreams become prophetic. Your intuition becomes louder. And sudden emotional surges reveal what your soul is trying to show you. This gateway is a fusion of cosmic forces, fate, karma, release, acceleration, and rebirth, all occurring simultaneously. You may feel disoriented, you may feel exhausted, you may feel a mix of anxiety and anticipation swirling in your chest. That's because your spirit recognizes what your conscious mind is only now catching up to. You are standing at the edge of a new reality. Every November 29th activation comes with a message. What isn't aligned will crumble. What is meant will unfold. But this year's activation is different, more powerful, more unforgiving, more accelerated. The universe is rearranging your path in real time. People who can't go with you will fall away. Connections with no soul contract will dissolve. Opportunities that were draining your purpose will collapse. This is the cosmic restructuring that clears the way for your miracle timeline. And do not forget, miracles don't arrive through comfort. They arrive through clarity, the clarity that only comes after the storm. November 29th is the storm that reveals the truth. Before the miracle timeline activates, your shadow returns. Not to haunt you, but to check whether you still belong to the version of yourself you've been trying to escape. Around November 29th, old emotions, old patterns, old people, or old fears may reappear. This is not regression. This is verification. The universe is asking, are you truly done with this frequency? Your shadow's return is not a setback. It is your final checkpoint. You may feel the resurfacing of anxiety you thought you healed. You may notice the temptation to go back to someone who mismatched your destiny. You may feel sudden loneliness, doubt, or emotional tension. You may be tested by the exact situation that once broke you. This is designed. This is intentional. This is the universe placing the key in your hands and waiting to see whether you will unlock the next level or lock yourself back inside the old cycle. Remember this, chosen one. A shadow reappearing is a sign that the miracle is close. The test becomes hardest when the breakthrough is nearest. The pressure spikes right before the release. The darkness intensifies right before the dawn. Survive this moment, and the universe opens the door. Chosen one, November 29th is not activated by what you say, what you wish, or what you hope for. It is activated by what you hold. Your frequency is the key. Your alignment is the code. Your vibration is the signature that determines which timeline receives you. The miracle timeline cannot align with chaos. It cannot merge with self-doubt. It cannot anchor into a spirit that is still negotiating with the past. This is why your final test is emotional, energetic, and spiritual, not logical. The universe wants to know whether your frequency has stabilized into your new identity. What does that mean? It means staying calm when chaos tries to provoke you. It means choosing silence when your ego wants to react. It means trusting the universe when your mind wants proof. It means staying in alignment even when old wounds ache. It means choosing growth over comfort, purpose over fear, destiny over habit. If you hold the right frequency, the miracle timeline must respond. It cannot deny its match. It cannot resist its counterpart. This is why you've been feeling strange lately, because your energy is shifting into a version of you that your past cannot follow. And now, chosen one, we move deeper. Chosen one, there comes a moment, quiet, invisible, unannounced, where the universe leans in closer than ever before. This moment unfolds between your heartbeat and your breath, between your impulse and your silence, between what you could do and what you choose instead. November 29th contains that moment, a cosmic checkpoint where your actions, your reactions, your choices, and your energy are observed not with judgment, but with truth. You may not even recognize the moment when it arrives, but your soul will. Something inside you will whisper, "This is it. This is the decision that determines everything." A message may come through someone unexpected. A memory may resurface with uncanny timing. A situation may tempt you back into an older version of yourself, or the universe may place you face to face with the exact pattern you've been breaking all year. This is the universe saying, "Show me who you have become. Show me that you can hold your new vibration under pressure. Show me that you can choose alignment even when your old wounds scream." This final test is not about perfection. It is about integrity, spiritual integrity, energetic integrity, the integrity of your soul's evolution. The universe needs to see that your transformation is real, not temporary, stable, not momentary, embodied, not performative. And when you choose differently, even once, you send a shockwave through your timeline that forces reality to reconfigure itself around your new identity. On November 29th, the universe is not just watching you, it is ready to reward you. Have you felt it lately, chosen one? That magnetic pull, that invisible current that seems to be dragging your spirit towards something you cannot yet describe. This is the destiny pull, the gravitational force of your miracle timeline calling your name. It feels like pressure, urgency, confusion, anticipation, adrenaline, and intuition all wrapped into one. You're not imagining it. You're not overthinking. You're not making it up. This is real. The destiny pull intensifies around November 29th because this date acts as a cosmic amplifier. It heightens your intuition. It strengthens your inner knowing. It exposes your true desires. It dissolves illusions. It reveals what no longer belongs in your field. And if you pay close attention, you'll realize something astonishing. The universe is not pushing you. The universe is not pushing you. It's pulling you forward. That's why certain people feel distant. That's why old desires feel empty. That's why certain opportunities no longer tempt you. That's why your tolerance for low-frequency behavior is disappearing. You are being guided away from what cannot come with you. And as the pull strengthens, your ego may resist. It will try to cling. It will attempt to understand. It will question why certain things are falling apart. But your soul knows. Your soul recognizes the frequency of what is coming. You are being moved toward a timeline where your voice is heard, your gifts are activated, your purpose is honored, and your spirit is free. On November 29th, destiny stops whispering and starts demanding. Chosen one. There comes a moment in every awakened soul's journey when fate stops whispering and begins carving a line straight through your reality. A moment when two timelines, one old, one new, begin to pull apart like the splitting of worlds. Around November 29th, that separation becomes unmistakable. This is the timeline split, the cosmic divergence where your destiny asks you to choose. Will you remain who you were, or will you rise into who you are meant to become? You may feel this split already. It shows up as inner restlessness, as sudden clarity, as pressure against your chest that doesn't hurt but demands your attention. It shows up in your relationships. Some people feel foreign, distant, or suddenly misaligned, as if their soul contract with you, quietly expired. It shows up in your desires. What once satisfied you now feels empty, and what once intimidated you now calls your name. You're not imagining this shift. You are being pulled toward the path that mirrors your highest self. The old timeline is tempting because it feels familiar. It carries the echoes of who you've been, the patterns you've repeated, the cycles you survived, the emotions you've learned to navigate. But that timeline is built on a past version of you, one who tolerated what drained them, one who stayed silent to keep the peace, one who dimmed their intuition because the world wasn't ready for it. It is the timeline of survival, not ascension. And as November 29th approaches, that timeline becomes heavier, tighter, almost suffocating, as though your spirit can no longer fit inside it. The new timeline feels different, lighter, electric, almost intimidating. It stretches you, challenges you, calls you into expansion. It is filled with opportunities you've prayed for, rooms your spirit has longed to enter, connections that feel divinely orchestrated. But this timeline isn't comfortable. It demands a higher version of you. It doesn't wait for your doubt to settle or for your fear to quiet down. It pulls you forward even when you're trembling. That is how you know it's the miracle timeline. It terrifies your ego and awakens your soul simultaneously. The split becomes clearest during moments of emotional tension. These moments are not accidents. They are spiritual checkpoints. A message from your past may reappear. A familiar trigger may resurface. A situation you thought you healed may suddenly test you again. These are not setbacks. They are cosmic indicators revealing which timeline you are aligning with. If you react with old patterns, the universe registers that you are still tied to the old frequency. If you respond with awareness, calm, integrity, or silence, you send a powerful signal. I am choosing my new timeline. During the timeline split, the universe does not listen to your words. It listens to your vibration, your choices, your emotional mastery, your willingness to step out of familiarity even when nothing feels certain. This is the moment where your soul must speak louder than your fear, where your intuition must override your impulses, where you must behave as the future version of you long before the reality has physically arrived. And as November 29th draws closer, the timelines pull farther apart. The old one begins to collapse under its own weight. Glitches, delays, conflicts, misalignments. Meanwhile, the new one begins to show signs of life, synchronicities, clarity, divine guidance, sudden inspiration, prophetic dreams, intuitive nudges that feel too precise to ignore. Every sign is a breadcrumb leading you toward the path meant for your ascension. Chosen one, this split is not punishment. It is liberation. It is the universe saying, you have outgrown the frequency you once survived in. You are ready for the reality you once prayed for. You cannot live a miracle while clinging to what broke you. And here is the truth. The miracle timeline cannot coexist with the old one. You must step fully into one or the other. Halfway energy will keep you stuck between worlds. The universe needs a decisive frequency, a conscious embodiment of who you are becoming. So as the split reaches its peak on November 29th, remember this: your soul already knows which timeline belongs to you. Your body feels it. Your emotions echo it. Your intuition confirms it. All you have to do is choose it. Chosen one, here is the truth no one ever warns you about. The miracle timeline is not free. It demands something from you. It asks for sacrifice. It asks for discipline. It asks for emotional mastery. It asks for the release of everything that once defined you but no longer aligns with your evolution. The miracle timeline requires you to let go of the version of yourself that survived, so you can step into the version of yourself that thrives. You cannot carry guilt into this timeline. You cannot carry resentment. You cannot carry unhealed wounds. You cannot carry attachments to people who drain your spirit. You cannot carry the fear of being misunderstood. You cannot carry the weight of who you once were. This timeline demands spiritual courage. It demands truth. It demands authenticity. If something is not aligned, it will feel heavy. If someone is not meant to walk with you, they will feel distant. If a pattern is not meant to repeat, it will collapse under its own weight. This is not punishment, it is purification. The miracle timeline is a higher dimension of your reality. And like all higher dimensions, it requires a lighter soul. But hear this clearly. Once you enter it, everything accelerates. Opportunities open fast. Synchronicities flow without effort. Blessings appear in clusters. Your intuition becomes razor sharp. Your energy transforms. Your confidence rises. Your purpose becomes undeniable. This is why the price is worth it. Because what awaits you is far greater than what you must release. There are moments in your life where the universe opens a door not made of chance, but of destiny. These doors do not appear often. They are rare, sacred, and time-sensitive. And when they open, they expect one thing from you: presence. November 29th is one of those doors. And here's the part most people never understand. This door does not stay open forever. It has a window, a frequency range, a cosmic expiration date. If you hesitate too long, if you cling to the past, if you allow fear to blur your intuition, the door closes and the timeline resets. This is why your final test comes now. This is why everything feels intense. This is why your emotions feel amplified. This is why your intuition feels louder. This is why certain situations feel like déjà vu. The universe is not trying to confuse you. It is trying to awaken you. This door opens for those who are ready, not those who are perfect. It opens for those who can hear the call, feel the pull, and rise. It opens for those who dare to trust the invisible. Chosen one, you have been waiting for this doorway your entire life. Every heartbreak, every setback, every loss, every spiritual breakdown, every dark night of the soul. It all prepared you for the moment you are about to step into. And when the door opens, the universe watches who walks through. Chosen one. Before every major shift, there is a silence, a pause, a stillness so strange, so unfamiliar, that it makes you question whether you're moving forward or falling backward. This silence is not emptiness, it is alignment. It is the universe reorganizing your path in real time. And right before November 29th, this silence becomes louder than your thoughts. You may feel disconnected from people. You may feel unmotivated or lost. You may feel a strange emotional numbness. You may feel like nothing is happening. But spiritually, everything is happening. This silence is the universe clearing energy around you, removing noise, distractions, attachments, interference, so your intuition can speak cleanly. Your old reality is dissolving. Your new reality is forming, and the silence is the space between these worlds. Do not fear the silence. Do not misinterpret it. Do not mistake it for failure, regression, or stagnation. The silence is the precursor to divine acceleration, and the quieter it feels, the closer your breakthrough is. On November 29th, the silence transforms into momentum, a shift so sudden, so unmistakable, that you will look back and say, "Now I understand why everything had to pause." The universe protects what it prepares. And right now, it is preparing you for impact, spiritual impact, emotional impact, destiny impact. The silence is your confirmation that the miracle is loading. Chosen one, you may think you are walking alone, but you have never walked alone. Throughout this entire year, unseen forces have moved around you, guiding you, protecting you, redirecting you, blocking what would break you, and opening what would transform you. And as November 29th approaches, these forces intensify. This is divine intervention in motion. You will notice strange coincidences, sudden intuitive urges, unexpected opportunities, abrupt endings, people drifting away without explanation, new connections forming instantly. These are not random. These are the hands of the universe shifting your path. You are being pushed, not gently, but firmly, toward the reality that belongs to your soul. The universe doesn't tiptoe when destiny is involved. It accelerates, it uproots, it shakes, it removes what slows you. It rearranges what blocks you. It makes sure you cannot stay where you no longer belong. This is why certain things recently fell apart. It was protection disguised as chaos, a blessing disguised as loss, a miracle disguised as disruption. The universe is not being cruel. It is being strategic. Because if you truly knew what is waiting for you behind the November 29th portal, you would understand why the universe is so determined to push you forward. You would understand why things had to break, why people had to leave, why cycles had to end. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And you will thank the universe for every push once you step into what is coming. Now, chosen one, this is where the prophecy becomes real. When the miracle timeline opens, and it will, it does not enter quietly. It enters with signs, synchronicities, and spiritual confirmation. You will feel it in your body before you see it with your eyes. You will sense a rising energy, a quickening, a shift in your aura. Your mind will feel clearer. Your emotions will feel lighter. Your intuition will feel undeniable. The miracle timeline unfolds in waves. First comes the energetic shift, a deep inner knowing that something has unlocked. Then comes the external confirmation, a message, opportunity, or sign that proves the shift is real. Then comes the acceleration, blessings appearing faster than you can process. Then comes the alignment, people, resources, and paths merging effortlessly. Finally comes the embodiment, where you become the version of yourself the universe has been shaping all year. And when this timeline activates on November 29th, everything speeds up. Situations move quickly, doors open suddenly, people appear at divine timing, connections click instantly, the path ahead becomes clearer than ever before. You will feel chosen not because you are special, but because you are ready. This timeline is not random. It is the one you've been unconsciously preparing for through every heartbreak, every awakening, every tear, and every triumph. You didn't stumble here, you were led here. And when the miracle timeline opens, it will feel like your spirit finally catches up to your destiny. The universe has one warning for you, chosen one. One instruction, one spiritual boundary that you must not cross if you want to enter the miracle timeline. Do not look back. Do not return to the person you outgrew. Do not engage with the energy you escaped. Do not reopen doors you spiritually closed. Do not respond to triggers meant to test you. Do not negotiate with your past. Do not compromise your growth for comfort. Do not dim your intuition to please others. Looking back reactivates the old timeline. Looking back reattaches the old karma. Looking back resets your vibration. Looking back tells the universe you are not ready. Your final test will try to pull you backward. It will tempt you to repeat old patterns, engage with low energies, second-guess yourself, or settle for what you know you've surpassed. This is why the test feels personal, because it is targeting the version of you that must die before your miracle can live. And so hear this clearly. The moment you refuse to look back, the miracle timeline becomes irreversible. November 29th requires forward movement, not hesitation. It requires trust, not fear. It requires alignment, not attachment. If you walk toward your destiny without turning around, the universe will reward you with what was always yours. Chosen one, this moment is the threshold your soul has been preparing for all year. November 29th is not a date. It is an initiation, a spiritual ignition, a doorway that separates the version of you that survived from the version of you that is finally ready to rise. If you survive the final test, if you refuse the old timeline, hold your frequency, and trust what your intuition already knows, your miracle timeline will activate the instant this portal opens. You feel it, don't you? The pull, the pressure, the knowing. That's not imagination. That's alignment. Your spirit recognizes the doorway before your mind understands it. And now the universe needs one thing from you: readiness, a decision, a declaration that you are finished with the past and aligned with the path being carved ahead of you. Chosen one, lock this in now. Comment, "I am ready for my miracle timeline." Subscribe to remain anchored to this frequency. This is your final call. Your destiny is approaching. And on November 29th, the miracle timeline will open for you.